Fiends in High Places. The Hiposync Archives, Book 1. Written by D.C. Farmer. Narrated by Simon Jackson. Prologue. Most sensible people, those blessed with a modicum of self-preservation, would avoid crossing a poorly lit park at night, or in the dark pre-dawn hours. Places where there were lots of bushes, trees, benches, where other people might secrete themselves for a variety of nefarious or unsavoury reasons, especially when the weather was foul, especially when the lighting of such areas left a lot to be desired, in the form of no less than 2 broken street lamps. Oxford City Council would, no doubt, get that sorted out quickly. But this cold early morning the repairs were yet to be requisitioned. All the more surprising, therefore, to see an elderly solitary gent sauntering through the gates along the dimly lit paths at a time in the morning when most people were still abed. One might excuse this eccentric gentleman for not noticing the presence of several small hooded figures staring in the shadows as soon as he entered. Figures who were slowly, stealthily, moving to form an encircling mob that travelled unseen with the man towards the middle of the park. Small people in hoods, for anyone with a television or whoever read the news, usually meant raucous behaviour at best, thuggery and violence at worst. Who would not have been sickened by the spate of brazen shoplifting sweeping the country, an activity that the more libertarian commentators and media liked to blame on inflation, poverty, and the shops themselves as having such alluring content, but which most people recognized as being nothing more than opportunistic greed. And yet the portly man did not seem to notice the gaggle of hooded figures until one of them moved to stand in front of him to physically block his path. "Oh, excuse me," said Ernest Porter. For anyone who knew the man, this obliviousness to his surroundings came as no surprise. He was a man whose waking hours were spent contemplating things that the rest of us did not, and he did all this so that we, the remainder of the population, did not have to. The point was that he was not very good at mundane things, like remembering to put the correct shoes on the right and left foot, remembering to comb his hair, where he left an umbrella, and all the other things that less eccentric people were troubled by. However, on glancing around, he finally...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?